Hey guys, Jaybo785 coming in today with a new game review. We have the Simpsons Tapped Out, which is a free Android and iPhone game. And it's very similar to a lot of those Sims games where you click on a player, and you wait in real life time for X amount of time, and then you get a reward of XP in cash. Now there's three different types of items that you're trying to collect in the Simpsons Tapped Out game. There are donuts, which you can spend in real life currency for. And what that does is it actually speeds up real in life time and lets you buy those special items. There is cash, which you have to buy buildings that are only eligible for cash, okay? And then there is, of course, your XP, which is how you level up in the game, which seems kind of irrelevant after a while. Now, there's some really nice things about this game that I really cared for. First off, the game in itself to download is free, okay? Second, the actual voice actors that do the Simpsons characters voice act for this game. So that's really nice that you don't get an off-brand sounding Homer Simpson or Marge Simpson or even Lisa Simpson. What else do I like about this game? The graphics are beautiful. They really are. The interaction is pretty fun. There's a decent amount of humor. They actually animated some specific animations for this game, which are really fun to watch. And if you're a diehard Simpson fan like me, it's very nice. A couple things I don't like about this game. It's very easy to accidentally click on something and spend your donuts. And since that's in real life money, and if you don't want to spend that in real life money, to collect those donuts is extremely hard and tedious, and you have to grind a lot. That's something that's very aggravating after a while. There are certain characters that don't have their voice acting done yet that are pretty popular, and there's just a couple flaws like that. One of the things that's nice about this game, but it's also very annoying at the same time, are the notices that you get. One of the most common ones is Homer Simpson saying, "Better them than me," type of thing, and there's no way to shut that off. Also, if you plant crops in the game, he makes his drooling, gurgling noise, which is terrifying if it wakes you up in the middle of the night, and there's no way to shut that off either. So, unless you set your phone to just vibrate or turn off all the sound completely, that can actually be quite embarrassing if it goes off in the middle of a meeting or at work like it's done to me. So, that being said, let's take a look at our good old friend Game Facts. Spoiler alert, there is a cheat code that I'm going to be showing you, which at the very beginning of the game is quite useful. By clicking on Homer Simpson 10 times while his menu is open, which you can read this word for word, it will get you 10 free donuts, which is about 20 hours of in-time game, and a Jebediah Springfield statue. Now, I'm guessing that the statue helps level up certain stats in your game that lets you get more of a percentage of money and experience. From what I read, if you have a 5-star rating, it gives you 5% more XP and more cash, which honestly isn't that great, especially for the amount of donuts and cash you have to spend to get up that 5%. So unless you're going for the long haul of trying to buy one of those $3 million, $10 million items, then it's not really worth your time. What I did was I simply ground my ass off. I'm actually at max level right now, and when you reach max level, spoiler alert, and you level up again, which currently max level is level 28, then you get a free gift of donuts. And that gives you anywhere from 1 donut to 3 donuts for around 141,000 XP. And then if you have $50,000, you can buy the box again, and then another $50,000, you can buy the box again. So essentially, if you have $100,000, you can then get a reward of 6 donuts. So you can see how expensive these donuts truly are. We're also going to look at this walkthrough that I forget the name. I think it's I Am Duffman or somebody else that wrote this, and they did an excellent job on it. Written by Calatina, and you can see all the different quests, all the different amounts of XP, all the different amounts of hours that it take. So very tedious and excellent, very well done. My favorite character, of course, being Duffman. Uh, which you can unlock with donuts. So if you save enough and grind enough, you can actually buy them, or you can buy them from your own cash. Now the thing about Duffman, like other special characters, is rather than their 24-hour cycle only giving you $600, those certain characters actually give you $1,000. Honestly, not that much difference, but if you're starting off in the game, certain characters like that can really add up quickly. So guys, that concludes my review of the Simpsons Tapped Out Android game. I hope that it's piqued your interest and that you're willing to give it a shot. We're going to hold a little competition, okay? Right now they have a Whack-A-Snake game going on, which was from one of those famous episodes in the past where they had Snake Whacking Day. And that's actually quite clever, and it's nice because it adds a little bit of interaction between players. There's no messaging system between players, which is kind of a letdown. But of course, you can use free apps like the Line app if you want to communicate. So this is what we're going to do. With the snake whacking minigame, after you whack so many snakes, which that sounds like an innuendo, you get a free item, which when I first started out would have added up to a lot more cash at the very end for me. So has the interactive between player, when you whack snake, sometimes you get a snake egg, okay? And you can drop that on somebody's property, and then that hatches, and sometimes, very, very rarely, they'll get a donut, or they'll get a snake, and then that adds up to their point total. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to add me in-game. My username is Jaybo, Jaybo785. If you are the 5th, the 7th, and the 8th player, I'm going to give you 100 snake eggs, okay? So that will really help get things rolling for you. Again, my username is Jaybo, Jaybo785, and if you're the 5th, 7th, or 8th player to add me, I'm going to give you 100 snake eggs. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, post them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer that in a timely fashion. This is Jaybo785, signing off.